Hello everyone, and this is SeReNiiTYzZ here, back with another awesome Fortnite Battle Royale video for you guys today. This time today, guys, have a very nice gameplay here with the Sparkle Specialist skin, and this game was quite a special one to me because I had a lot of pain in Fortnite solos recently. I had a very long streak of just not being able to win, and I don't know if that's because I don't think it's a case of I got worse. I just think that a lot of players have got a lot better. And I kept kind of encountering these situations where I was good at coming second and third. With the 3 players at the end of solo games, I just kept getting the situation. I call it, when I play Fortnite solos, I call it one dumb and one smart. And what I mean by that is there's one smart player who's sort of in the right place at the right time, and then you've got this dumb player who kind of like, you know, he's got no hope of winning, he's got 50 health, he's somehow made it to the final 3. And his job is to sit in a bush or sit in a really awkward space under a bridge somewhere. And when you're fighting the smart player, he comes out of the mix and shoots you a little bit, gets you weak, so the other guy has a bet, you know, can finish you off easily. And obviously has no hope of winning because his game's stuffed anyway, and you just take the L. And that kept happening to me. That kind of thing kept happening to me. And fantastic start there to that guy as I landed on the roof. I was quite happy with that initial kill in game. You can get away with your dynamite, son. I'm going to take your head out. But that kept happening to me. And another thing that really kept happening to me, was really starting to tick me off in Fortnite solos. In the final few zones, I was sort of setting up a precedent in the zone. The zone, I would set up in a good way, and then the next one I'd have to come by basically all of my opposition to get into the next one. This kept happening to me consistently, and it did get to a point where I literally wanted to throw my Xbox at one period. I'm going to be honest with you, I was raging. I was like, what is going on? But eventually I pulled through and pulled out this W after a long string of frustration, I will say. There were some good players. I'm not only saying that, I had bad luck and, that's the only reason that I lost. It's not a case of that. There are some generally good players in Fortnite Battle Royale, and I do respect people's ability to play. Like I say, if they take me out decently, I will sort of, give them praise for doing so. But these deaths really annoyed me, so I was like, enough of this stupidity there. Nearly dynamited myself as a little bit. I have to get on board with this game now and get a solid win for the channel, and that's exactly what I did in this gameplay, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. It was a very intense one towards the end, and I think I did really well to win this game. And really nice, a decent kill game as well, we'll be honest with you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. But yeah, I love the Sparkle Specialist skin. I did actually have a solo win with this previously, which was like 9 kills, which I included in my most recent highlight video. But the game throughout was kind of it was a little bit boring throughout, so I didn't really feel like uploading it. And yeah, in this gameplay, I thought this one was a lot more on the edge of your seat, a lot more intense, and decided to bring this out as a full gameplay for it because when I sort of use it, it's not really a new skin, I've had this one for ages, but just it's taken to my liking recently. It might be because actually Matt, before he sold his Xbox, he used to like this skin, so I don't know if it was kind of like that was a factor in play. And at this point here, I can hear a player in the facility as well, mining everything, and I reasoned here that this was the guy that I saw across from the waves when I took out that first guy initially earlier. And I think this guy was mining all the brick because he was trying to get something from the purple vending machine, but I'm happy that he decided to do all of that because that was a nice easy kill. And as you can see here, I think he was mining for the quad launcher, so I'm happy he didn't get the brick already, because that would have been a little bit awkward for me to kill him. So that worked out pretty well. Yeah, he was trying to get that quad launcher, the little slime, but eventually take him out there and get the material that I need. And to be honest with you, I'm not the greatest fan of the quad launchers. They are good rockets, but I just didn't fancy picking it up, so I'm not going to use my brick on that. Partly the reason being as well is because I think I can get better weapons, later on in the game. So So at this point here, guys, still continuing to loot, and I was wondering to myself at this time in game, like, what did that guy actually loot? Because he left this bare, so I'm really happy because I get more loot. But yeah, definitely at the start of this game, I was thinking, decent, decent start to this one. Did quite well there to get the better of those guys. 2-kill start. In a sort of less competitive area as well. I think another reason I chose this area in this gameplay is because I wanted to kind of get a run going. I had a lot of frustration leading up to this solo game, and I was like, I really want to get this, and really chill. And I think because of the lack of shields, I decided to use my wood on the vending machine, which I personally thought was a good deal because, like I say, finding no shields at all from all the chests I looked at is pretty rare as well. I must admit, minis have been a bit harder to come by these days in Fortnite Battle Royale. I don't know if that's just by chance or I'm not entirely sure, but they always seem to be a little harder to find. But yeah, definitely, starting off well in this game, and definitely got a lot of good stuff to play for, and really good weapons. I really like the heavy assault rifles in Fortnite. I think it's a decent, really decent gun, very powerful. Obviously a headshot is, you're looking at 89, 90 damage. So they can really do the business, and body shots is worth 40 odd damage. So it's pretty good weaponry really. Not the best for the build structures, that's the only thing I would say about them. And a little bit slower firing rate, which obviously compensates to have more damage. But I really like these guns. I think in solo they're pretty useful, and in squads as well. If you've got a good team that sort of can buy you the time to land those shots, yeah, definitely it's a really good weapon. I would definitely probably always take this gun if I've only got a green AR or something like that. Definitely would take it, but if I had a blue AR or a SCAR, I might stick to maybe one of those, because particularly a SCAR, because I really like to be able to destroy build structures more quickly if I don't have any explosives or anything like that. So at this point here, I noticed that I call this the Tree of Life. I noticed when I was walking towards the town, someone destroyed the tree. So they've literally just been up here, but I've lost sight of them already, which is a bit of a shame. So they've obviously got away, and it's annoying for me here because I can see he built down and went this way, but no idea where he actually went. And I did want more slays at this time in the gameplay, because I feel like it's always best to get a kill at this point in the game. Kind of like the middle point of the Royale, because just to get plenty more material and a bit more weaponry at your disposal. And obviously, as you can see, I don't have any shield heals, so there was kind of like those thoughts are kind of the reason I wanted to sort of gain more of an advantage. And I can see the mushrooms have even been grabbed, the ones that are normally around here. So at this point here, I just decide, since it's sort of in the zone here, I decide to just have a look around briefly. I don't have to wait too long to find out where I'm next going. And as you can see, there's been a chest that's not been taken here, and that's very nice because I find minis. I personally think 3 small shields is more valuable than a med kit generally. I mean, it's players' decision, but I think the thing is, minis in battle are much more battle ready, and medkit takes quite a long time to apply. But definitely replacing health is essential to your success in Fortnite. Actual health and not shields. So it's players' decision, but I think the shields do help you out, and you never know, players might have a chug on their person or medkit anyway. So that's kind of the reason I chose the minis over the medkit. So at this point here, guys, as I'm finishing off looting, I hear gold dust. I hear 2 people fighting, which is really nice situation for you in solo. And I wasn't getting a lot of that happening either in the games I was playing, where I was coming second and third a lot. I kept having situations where I was getting tagged. So for me, I was really happy in this gameplay to have this bit of fortune for these guys to sort of be duking it out, because that's an easy kill. Look how easy that was. 3 taps and he's gone. He's obviously used his energy on that previous guy, and it sucks to be him, but there you go, easy kill. Perfect for me at this time in the game, and yeah, pretty much fantastic there. Able to get up, get some really nice other weaponry now, get the guys any material that he had, and I'm on the road. So that was a really nice bit of play, and definitely going to make it in for the next zone at this point. So really nice play. Like I say, you know, that's just sometimes your luck is on point and sometimes it's not. But definitely in the games leading up to all the failed attempts at Royales, and I did have a lot of attempts where I should have won, to be honest. You know, it's nice to have some luck in return. So I was getting a lot of bad luck in this period. So you know, for me, this solo win was really quite a special one to me, because I was like, I've broken the curse. I've finally come out of this shit. I've finally got the win. But yeah, I was really happy with it at the time. And as you can see here, my least favourite region of Fortnite Battle Royale, the River of Doom. I hate this river. I always feel like I'm going to get shot. But funny enough, when I've crossed it recently, it's not been the case. I've not been attacked. So, you know, maybe it's the River of Good Fortune at the moment, I don't know, hence the Royale in this game. But, yeah, definitely hate crossing it. I get goosebumps every time. But, yeah, it's definitely not my favourite place to be in Fortnite Battle Royale. But, you know, you have to cross it. So, at this point here, just checking the vending machine to see what's on offer. But none of that really tickles my fancy. And, yeah, again, just getting on the road again, guys, to get into the final few zones. So as you can see here, guys, just above Salty Springs, and like I say, just trying to be careful. Can hear a few people rifting around and this sort of stuff. So just, you know, making sure that I check over my shoulder to make sure that no one's getting that cheeky flank or, you know, looking to rush me when I least expect it. So before before I saw something beyond that house there. But it might have been a shadow or something. But yeah, definitely wasn't a player there. And again, at this point, just being careful to move in here. Really good technique in solo or generally any Fortnite Battle Royale game. Definitely check the edge of the circle as it's coming in, like this here, because it's always worth seeing that you've got a clear sort of entry to the, you know, this current circle. I like to do that a lot. So at this point here, you can see that I'm starting to just look around to the area which I came in to see if there's any other players around me, because definitely want to take them out before I push any further into the zone, because if I attack someone further in the zone, that guy's going to hear the noise of that fight. He's just going to come up to me and probably ping me in the back like I did to that guy in Shifty Shaft. So for me, I was just looking around at this point, and it seems pretty clear for the foreseeable, and then all of a sudden I hear a player building. I'm like, oh, here he is, and get ready for a fight. And yeah, nice awareness from me. It did sound like he was coming out from underneath the mountain, so that was a bit unusual, but yeah, he starts to build a little something. And at this point here, just kind of sussing out what he has. It's a bit annoying where the tree is here, because I would build more, but it's like right on the tree. So at this point here, I just wanted to sort of get a bit more of a ground on him, and trying to put the pressure on quickly, because obviously more noise. That was a really nice shot that I landed onto him there. More players are going to come, so I tried to be aggressive here and really need to get this over with. Nice shotgun shot onto that guy as I was going for the height over him. Didn't want him to rebuild here, so at this point here, trying to smash out the bottom. Because obviously I don't want him having the height and he's really weak, so I know that I can finish him off with another shot. And I was kind of like probing him to come down at this point. I'm really happy that he does, and that was a fantastic play to sort of finish him off there, and to even make that play a little bit better as he's coming down. You know, if I've got the awareness to do that, just build a wall, then another ramp over him and go for another shot, because probably in that time he's not going to be able to land the shot. But yeah, really nice play, and obviously he has a scar on his person, which I personally prefer at this point in the game. I mean, the heavy is fantastic. I'm not snubbing the heavy. In some cases, it's actually better than the scar. But I think for defeating build structures, I thought the scar would be a better friend to me. So I think generally, overall, I still put the scar a little bit ahead, because it's more rapid firing, and you know. But the heavy assault rifle, no doubt, is a fantastic weapon on this game, and you know, like I say, I always pick it up frequently. So as you can see here, guys, moving into the final few circles now, sort of a little bit of Paradise Palms in, not too much, but mostly the area just beyond Fatal Fields is in this current zone, and I'm just going to set up a little president and sort of scope it all out at this point in the gameplay. So as you can see here, guys, just checking out my surroundings and making sure there's no players around me. And at this point here, I'm really dreading it if it does go to Paradise Palms, because I'm not a fan of Paradise Palms, but ending circles. I really hate the place for ending circles, because it's just a I just find it a bit of a pain. It's a very vast area. There's so many hills. There's rifts. I just don't like ending circles at that part of the map. So I was really hoping for it not to go there. And at this point as well, just making sure that I'm, taking care of myself before I find out where the next zone is going. Now that circle's really interesting because it's like half of the grass and half of Paradise Palms. But not really any hill action as such. So in some sense, I was kind of happy with that circle, and I thought to myself, this kind of circle where a little bit of paradise is included, I kind of want to get stuck in on other players that are coming in. So I felt at this point where I was on the map is going to be less populated, because the other entries into this next zone would come from places like Tilted Towers and beyond. So I thought, well, players are going to be north of me here really, so I have to look at that, and at this point I can start to see player builds and fights and things, and I think to myself, I have to go for some more kills here, because just to feel a bit more comfortable and to take out some of the competition. So that's what I was intending right here. And also as well, because I only have 50 shield, it would be nice if these guys had a shield pot and maybe get like 200 health. So at this point here I could see this guy was weak from a fight, and looks like he was healing. So at this point here I wanted to put the pressure on, and he just kept rebuilding, so it's a nice play from him. And I thought, well, if he's going to do that, I'm just going to destroy out this structure. Not the smartest play from me at the time of the game, I think, because obviously I wasn't protected. I didn't know what weapons he had, and luckily for me, someone else decides to get involved and saves my bacon, to be honest, because I think that guy was a bit unlucky not to kill me with that rocket, but I survived for another day. And right here, really wanted to grab the crates that are around, but couldn't do it because obviously the storm's coming in. I can't believe how quickly that storm came around. Obviously, I know that guy that helped me out is somewhere around here, and I'm like, where is he, where is he? And then all of a sudden, I found him, and I've been shot again. 17 health. Oh god, SeReNiiTYzZ, what are you going to do? And at this point, I was literally just flipping out. I was like, oh, he gets him anyway. But at this point here, bit of a mistake. I didn't grab the bandages because I just got the campfire. I knew I'd need heals, but should have grabbed those bandages just to get myself up to 100 HP, because it's going to be a little bit short of 100 health. But regardless, great plays from SeReNiiTYzZ Manjaro just to sort of keep this going. I was like, I knew the guy was there, but I was like, where is he, where is he? And yeah, it was a bit rough, but SeReNiiTYzZ got through it. But I definitely was panicking at that point, because I was like, oh, for goodness sake, I can't have another, fourth or, fourth place finish or what have you. I need to get this Royale, and that's what I was thinking to myself in my house here. I was like, this has to happen. So I definitely wanted the win, because like I explained at the beginning of the video, I went through a lot of annoying string of second and thirds. I was like, it's not going to happen again. And, at the end here, obviously, I know where the zone is going. I'm in a good stead to go into it. And I think there's only 3 players left now, so this is a prime example, guys, and then something that I referred to at the beginning of my video, of the one dumb, one smart player situation, because it actually happens in this gameplay, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that. So one dumb, he's got no chance of winning. He has like 50 health, and he's just going to shoot whoever he sees first. And then the smart player is the guy that's your competition, and probably the other guy that can potentially win the Royale. Now this guy right here is the smart player. I tried to snipe him here, and unfortunately he jumps, so that kind of messed me up a little bit. But at this point here, I know it's 3 players, and obviously being an aware and smart player, I haven't accounted for that other player, and that makes me nervous, because he at any point can decide to sort of shoot me whilst I'm focusing on the other guy. And as you can see here, the smart player is now starting to put pressure on me. The only negatives I did here, perhaps, were getting into this part of the zone too early, and it put me on the back of the storm, so him rocketing me put me under a bit of pressure. And at this point I still feel uncomfortable, because I don't know where this third player is, and at this point here he could be anywhere, like in a bush. We haven't seen him. Obviously, the smart player and myself, I'm going up against here with a rocket. He's not getting attacked, so I'm trying to figure out where this third player might be, and I'm thinking maybe under that bridge area, maybe under that little hill. But that worries me, and to the extent where I'm not going to push onto the guy in front of me, because I don't know where that guy is. So at this point here, you can see I'm just rebuilding. And it's my luck again, I've got the zone problem again. The zone is going all the way over to him, and he's got his little stronghold set up. And obviously I'm worried because I don't know where this third player is. Looking at the bush, waiting for him to come out of it, he doesn't. Now at this point here I start to hear him, he's on the edge of the storm. But this is a terrible situation for me because obviously the smart player is just going to rain fire on both of us. So I do a really good strategy here. I'm thinking, well, I'm getting these minis on. Unfortunately I lose a little bit of health here because it's messing up with the storm. But I'm like, you know, I'm going to help out the dumb player and try and put the pressure on the smart because, you know, I need to form an alliance to keep myself alive here. And I actually let the dumb player get away. I know where he is, but if I kill him in this situation, it's going to be a lot harder for me to beat this guy one-on-one considering my low health. And look how he's trying to take the height and everything else. I was like, if I go for the kill on the dumb player from down here, it's going to be a one-on-one. This guy's going to have the height. It's going to be a terrible situation. So I actually decide to let the dumb player live, which I really like that play at the time. As you can see here, he's looking for me. Now at this point here, I decide to shoot the smart player structures out of it, and he takes the fall and dies from the fall damage, and then I'm left with the dumb player. So now the storm is closing in, so I have to be careful with the HP problem, but just keep it going, and at this point keep myself protected from the dumb player, come down and finish off the Royale to get the Royale. The first place that I've been craving for quite a few string of games of second and thirds, and yeah, we finally did it. But it was a little bit intense there towards the end of the game there, guys. And I think with the strategy I implemented there, I got around the one dumb, one smart player situation and made it work for myself. And there's a flamenco for the Sparkle specialist. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this gameplay. It was a really solid solo win, and this game was really important to me actually because, like I said, I really wanted to throw my Xbox at times, and I'm just happy that it worked out in the end for me, and I got a really nice Royale because, yeah, that was difficult. You know, obviously the health situation was a bit of a shame. I should have grabbed those bandages. I wish I had, because I would have had 100 health. It would have been a bit easier, but regardless, really good plays in the situation, and SeReNiiTYzZ came through in the end. But I hope you guys enjoyed this solo gameplay. Got a lot more action from myself, Robbie Or and Gangsters coming up soon. I hope you guys look forward to it. See you next time.